It is important to draw wisdom from many different places. If we take it from only one place, it becomes rigid and stale.
Welcome back to the channel, everyone. Today I want to talk about Kazumi Mishima, one of the most misunderstood characters in Tekken 7. I don't know where it started, I don't know who was the originator, but always I see people talk about this character's story and it's wrong. And in today's video, I want to try and tell you guys the real story and the real lore about this character, because one, it ties into Heihachi, Kazuya, and all that stuff, but two, I just pull my hair out every time I see someone arguing with false information. Kazumi's love for her son, Kazuya, and her death, subsequently spurring him to revenge, mirrors the relationship between Jun and Jin Kazama. Jin was very motivated by the death of his mother, and in Tekken 7, we were shown that for Kazuya it was the same thing. In the non-canon Tekken motion picture, it is stated that Kazumi died giving birth to Kazuya. However, she is still seen carrying him in the picture with her and Kazuya as a baby. Even though this is now non-canon, I think this also speaks to how mysterious the Mishima Zaibatsu are. One of the key elements that I want to focus on and talk about in this video for Kazumi's story is, one, everything that we are told about her is through the perspective of Heihachi. He is the one who's telling us all these things. If you play Tekken 7, it's him talking to the journalist. And one thing we know about Heihachi is he loves to twist the facts and the story. According to Tekken producer Kitsu Harada, Kazuya was not the first family member to make contact with the devil. Kazuya and Jin both believed it started with Jinpachi, but only Heihachi knew who it was. Harada also pointed out that neither Jinpachi, Heihachi, nor Lars possessed the devil gene. This hinted towards Kazuya's mother and her family being the origin of the devil gene, prior to the release of Tekken 7. She was childhood friends with her husband Heihachi, and eventually they fell in love. Through their love, they birthed a healthy young boy. Fast forward a few years later, Heihachi would become the head of a huge organization called the Mishima Zaibatsu, with plans to conquer the world. He done this by dethroning his father Jinpachi, stole it from him. Kazumi loved Heihachi unconditionally, but at the same time, he was beginning to feel dangerous. In this state, Heihachi threw the world into war, and Kazumi took it upon herself to stop him. The family days of happiness came to an end one day when Kazumi collapsed with a fever during training. While Heihachi was treating her, she got up and suddenly attacked him. The next day, Kazumi had no recollection of what she did to her husband, and her fever was gone. For a while, Heihachi believed that Kazumi was suffering from split personality disorder, but on one stormy night, his beliefs was proven incorrect. At some point, she found an injured Akuma out of nowhere and secretly tended to his wounds. Akuma was already hurt. He was already badly injured. She helped him. Desiring to repay this debt, Akuma offered to help Kazumi. Kazumi asked him to eliminate Heihachi and later Kazuya, should she fail in assassinating Heihachi, and also if Kazuya should walk the same path as Heihachi. And this is really fascinating because it gives us a lot of information. Akuma was already hurt when she ran into him. We don't know what hurt him, but she helped him, healed him, and that's where the agreement came about. But also, Heihachi was doing a lot of things she did not like, and she wanted to stop that, to end it. Now, we don't know the fever that she succumbed to, the fever that controlled her and took over her. Obviously, it's the devil gene, but we do not know how it came about. It seems like the Hydro clan is activating it and deactivating it. We never seen the devil gene be willed this way before. And I love here how she doesn't say flat out kill Kazuya. She say only kill him if he becomes just as corrupt and evil as Heihachi. And even though Tekken 7 tried to frame Heihachi as this good person all of a sudden, you can see here that Kazumi does not fall for it. By Akuma attacking both Kazuya and Heihachi, that shows that these two are the same level of evil. While Heihachi was practicing his martial art moves in the dojo, Kazumi confronted him and proclaimed that he would one day become a threat to the world. As they fought, Kazumi revealed to Heihachi the reason she married him in the first place. Her family, the Heihachi clan, wanted to kill him, and it was her destiny to destroy him. Even though Tekken 7 was supposed to be about Heihachi, Kazuya, and Kazumi, we still did not get enough answers, and I don't know if we will, because this is something that confused the whole community, and is why no one really understands her story.
Kazumi.
'These two characters battled one another, a fight to the death, as Mishimas always do. Her death also led her son, Kazuya, to take revenge against Heihachi for killing his mother. Another interesting fact about Kazumi's death is that it was the same year that Heihachi waged war against Jinpachi, and the same year that Heihachi threw 5-year-old Kazuya from a cliff. All of these things happened at once. This was the moment Heihachi broke as a character. The wife betrayed him, he kills her. He takes control from Jinpachi, and he pushes a 5-year-old boy down a mountain. After telling the story, the one we are shown in Tekken 7, Heihachi simply dumps the journalist off to Lars. He says, "Here you go. Publish this information. Tell the world the story. Let them know who the real Kazuya and Jin are. Let them know who I am, what the Devil Chin is." And then after this interview, Heihachi fought Kazuya to the death and he died. There was also a Tekken 4 Patchy Slot Devil version trailer. I know that's a lot of words and it can get quite confusing, but very simply, in this soundtrack trailer from Yamasa Sound, we get a brief look at some things from Tekken 7, some things from the past, and also there are some things that was never before seen. Like this one clip here where Heihachi's charred body is floating in lava. I've been studying and looking at this clip for quite some time, and I now am coming to the conclusion that this is definitely one, Heihachi's body floating in charred lava, and two, I really think the character will be gone. I don't want to make this video about him because I talked about this so often, but when you talk about Kazumi and her role in all of this, one can say that she played her part, but also more of the character can be explained, can be explored. Will they do that in Tekken 8? Give us another look at this character? I don't know. Unless she has a Heihachi clan member who is also very close to her. Someone else who can give us a perspective on what happened. Someone else who we can use as a guide to flash back to these events and give more answers to the clues. If the developers do not create a character like that, I don't know how these mysteries will be explained. Because so far, Heihachi is the only one who we know that was that close to her during the time when she became consumed by the Devil Gene. The final thing that I will note in this video is how different her Devil Gene is from Jin and Kazuya's. It's quite fascinating actually, but the Devil Gene that Jin and Kazuya possesses their versions look more alien than anything. They're usually blue or purple and their wings is dotted with eyes all over them. But when you look at Kazumi, she still look pretty much human. She has some crystals on her ankles, on her knees, on her wrists, and on her shoulders, kind of on her neck as well. But other than that, you can see white skin with red markings, kind of similar to what Kratos has. And then the wings is the biggest distinction. Flames for wings. We never seen a Devil Gene like this, and I don't know if it's because she's female or if because her Devil Gene is more pure. Her Devil Gene is more mastered. This is another thing that I would love for them to talk about in Tekken 8, because the Hydro Clan, you would have to assume, since they're all about the Devil Gene, they would have so much more knowledge and mastery over it. And maybe this, Kazumi's form, is showcasing that mastery. That's going to be it for this video. Thank you everyone for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed this breakdown of Kazumi Mishima. Thank you for watching, and bye bye.